So you think bodybuilding is just a bunch of people who love a mirror selfie? Think again. Today, we're going to time travel and uncover how this passion for muscles started. Spoiler, it's older than your aunt's paleo diet. Get ready for a journey through the categories of bodybuilding, from biceps that deserve their own zip codes to legs that could easily be mistaken for tree trunks. And of course, we'll understand why each category is more than just muscles. It's a true expression of art and bronzing oil. And before you ask, no, I'm not going to teach you how to do the lat spread pose in the supermarket line. But I will ensure a good laugh and maybe inspire your next workout to be a little less serious. So drop that donut, just for now, and come discover the wonderful world of bodybuilding. But have you ever wondered why people decide to embark on this glorious path of sweat, protein, and mirror poses? Let's unravel some of the less noble reasons that might inspire someone to transform their body into a true muscular masterpiece. The revenge of the nerds. Imagine that classic scene. The skinny kid from school, tired of being the favorite target of dodgeball throws and the not-so-creative puns about his spaghetti-like arms, decides it's time for a transformation. But we're not talking about a makeover with new glasses and a trendy haircut. We're talking about an upgrade to superhero status. Thus, a bodybuilder is born, motivated by the sweet taste of revenge against all who dared to mock him. At the class reunion, he not only shows off his biceps, but casually lifts the buffet table, just to show who's really in charge. Conquering hearts and biceps. Love, or something like it. Who hasn't dreamed of having a body that's less me and more Greek statue? For many, bodybuilding is less about health, and more about enhancing their chances in the game of love. Think of it as improving your resume, but for Tinder. If previously the bio said, likes long walks on the beach, now it says can carry you on the beach. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want a pair of muscular arms as personal pillows? From the mirror to self-esteem. Then, there are those who got into bodybuilding for a matter of self-esteem. They looked in the mirror one day and decided they wanted to be the person who, when they walk by, makes others think, wow, can he open all the pickle jars in the world? Lifting weights becomes less about the kilos and more about lifting one's own spirits. Each muscle gained is like a new level of confidence unlocked. It's as if each trip to the gym is an episode in a series where the main character slowly transforms into the king or queen of the fitness universe. The redemption of the Chubby Kid. Finally, we have the classic story of the Chubby Kid who, tired of the nicknames and jokes about his love for chocolate cake, decides it's time to show everyone that he can, literally, turn the table. This type of motivation is born from the depths of despair of not finding a t-shirt that fits well. Each day at the gym is fueled not only by protein shakes, but by a thirst for revenge against every funny guy who thought it would be fun to joke about his weight. This aspiring bodybuilder isn't just lifting weights, he's lifting his dignity piece by piece until the only laughs are those of admiration. Bodybuilding. This glorious ode to muscles and bronzing oil began, believe it or not, as a human vanity circus in the late 19th century. Eugen Sandow, called the father of modern bodybuilding, not only elevated the art of flexing muscles to an almost religious level, but also had the brilliant idea to monetize his sculpted torso by organizing the first bodybuilding contest in 1901. Imagine that. A man selling tickets for others to admire his abs. Fast forward in time, we enter the golden era, when muscles became synonymous with a kind of Superman. Thanks to icons like Steve Reeves and, of course, the incomparable Arnold Schwarzenegger, who lifted the sport from canned meat exhibitions to mainstream Hollywood, teaching everyone that I'll be back is better said with biceps the size of watermelons.
I'll be back.
Now I'll explain a bit about each category. Yes, we have categories for these monsters too. Traditional bodybuilding, where competitors not only lift weights but might as well be bending steel beams with their bare hands. This category is the cradle of what many consider the pinnacle of muscular hypertrophy. Imagine men and women who appear to have been sculpted from blocks of granite, each muscle so defined it could serve as an example in anatomy books. In traditional bodybuilding, it's not just about having muscles, but having muscles that would make a superhero feel inadequate. It's the art of muscle mass taken to the extreme, where each competitor looks a flex away from turning their t-shirts into confetti. Men's physique. Next, we have men's physique, ideal for those who think Superman is a bit over the top and prefer the discreet charm of Bruce Wayne. Here, competitors aim to look less like Greek gods and more like fashion magazine cover models. The category is perfect for those who value muscles that aren't so threatening. Men's physique is for the man who wants to show he spent a good time at the gym, but can still fit through the door without turning sideways. Classic physique. Classic physique is a love letter to the golden days, a nostalgic homage to times when Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lou Ferrigno made muscles look elegant, not just inflated. This category seeks a balance between size and symmetry, a fusion of strength and beauty that seems less ready to explode and more sculpted by Michelangelo. Women's bodybuilding. In women's bodybuilding, women take center stage and show that robust muscles and estrogen can indeed coexist harmoniously. Gone are the days when strength was an exclusively male club. The competitors here challenge all stereotypes, flexing with strength that rivals their male peers, while still exuding femininity. If you thought strong is the new sexy was just a slogan, the women of bodybuilding are here to prove it's a palpable reality, with biceps that could easily tear steel doors off their hinges, or at least open really tight jars. Lastly, but certainly not least, we have the bikini, figure, and fitness categories, where the question isn't just about being strong, but also fabulous. These competitors take flexibility and physical form to new levels of glamour, demonstrating that you can indeed rock tiny outfits and still perform physical feats that defy gravity. In these categories, each competition is less a show of brute strength and more a fashion runway where the stage is replaced by a competition platform, and muscles are as important accessories as high heels. Each of these categories showcases a different aspect of what it means to be an athlete in the world of bodybuilding, proving that there's more to the art than just oil and poses. It's a spectacle of discipline, dedication, and yes, a bit of diva too. And for those who thought bodybuilding was just a bunch of people lubing up, I hope now you see that it's really a bunch of incredible people, who occasionally lube up quite a bit. The dark side. Naturally, any sport that involves more oil than a Greek salad also has its dark side. Bodybuilding is no exception. Despite all the categories and competitions, one element remains as persistent as a bad odor: the use of steroids. Yes, those little vials of special sauce that turn ordinary men and women into live-action versions of comic book superheroes. And the needles? Well, they are just the method of choice for those who want to go from zero to hero faster than you can say side effects. So the next time you watch a bodybuilding competition, remember, behind those ultra-white smiles and shiny muscles, there's a rich, funny, and sometimes absurdly pumped-up story about how we got here. Raise your protein shake as a toast to the strangely fascinating world of bodybuilding.